Brazil is known for its tropical beaches, beautiful women, football and carnival, although it was ranked the sixth most dangerous country in 2013, with an astonishing murder rate reaching 40,000 annually. According to a study about the homicide rates around the world, not counting war zones and cities where data wasn't available, 7 of the 12 World Cup host cities made it to the top 50 most dangerous cities in the world. Of course, not everything about Brazil is bad, and it is a wonderful country for your next holidays. But there are several tips that can help you have a safer trip and avoid putting yourself into a dangerous situation. Here I have divided in 10 categories the most important information you should know before going to the land of football and samba. Number 1. Language. Most Brazilians speak only Portuguese, with only 5% of the population being fluent in English. Nonetheless, they tend to be very helpful and they will try to assist you however they can. But don't be fooled. Prepare yourself with dictionaries and other ways to communicate when arriving there. Number 2. Documents. To get into Brazil, you will need a passport that is valid for at least 3 more months and at least 2 empty visa pages. When in the country, keep your document in a safe place and only bring a copy of it with you. In case of theft or loss of your passport, call your embassy or consulate immediately. It is always good to keep a scan of your documents at home and in your email address, so you can inform the police in case anything happens. Number 3. Transportation. Remember that Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world, counting with 8,515,767 square kilometers of geographical area. Between the state capitals, the best way to get around is by flying. So prepare yourself around the high seasons to pay for expensive tickets and crowded planes and delays. Number 4. Demonstrations. Since around June 2013, Brazilians started in numerous protests and demonstrations against a number of complaints, inclusively the preparation of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Brazil is pretty much a Pacific country with no major demonstrations since 1992. But since this movement started in many capitals counting with the support of 84% of the population, the atmosphere has changed. Normally, these demonstrations are well organized, so inform yourself about what's going on around you and avoid being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Number 5. Money. For security measures, many banks don't allow you to withdraw money during the night, so organize yourself with your cash, and even if you can't take money during the night, avoid it. Another important tip is always keep a few dozens of cash in your wallet in case of burglary. Never discuss with the thieves and don't react. They are often armed and well trained, but they won't hesitate to shoot you if you create more problems for them. Number 6. Corruption. Contributing to the corruption of public officials, including policemen, is forbidden by law. If you have an encounter with police officers, show them your documents, cooperate, and avoid conflict. The payment of fines in Brazil is not made at the spot. You have to transfer money in a bank agency to an official account. Number 7. Drugs. Brazil has a zero-tolerance policy to drugs. By law, there is no difference between soft and hard drugs. Don't be mistaken if you smell cannabis on the streets. If you are caught doing drugs, it could lead to prosecution and jail time. Another tip: don't ever accept drinks from a stranger. It happens more often than it should that people tamper drinks with illegal substances, like roofies. Always drink all of your glass before leaving it unattended, or buy a new drink in a new glass. Number 8. Prostitution. In Brazil, prostitution is not illegal. The exploitation of prostitutes is. Beware that Brazil has one of the highest ratings of HIV/AIDS in the world, and the prostitutes are not necessarily under medical control, so it is highly advisable to only have safe sex. Keep in mind that prostitution is very related to criminality, and the areas where you can find them are often not safe. Number 9. Health. For the big sportive events, there will be several public hospitals with English-speaking staff, good doctors and infrastructure. But keep in mind that in the most remote areas the infrastructure is minimal, so if possible, avoid blood transfusions in these situations. Contact immediately your insurance company, especially if you go to a private hospital, in order to avoid financial surprises. The dengue fever is common throughout the whole country, so protect yourself from the mosquito bites with enough insect repellent. Number 10. Safety. In every big city you have to be aware about small and big crimes, so stay as much as possible in big avenues and crowded areas. Don't ever go alone in a favela, avoid dark alleys and beaches at night. You can always enjoy a night out in the city, but be careful, it is always better to take a taxi home. Don't call too much attention to yourself when out and about. Don't show off expensive artifacts like jewelry and electronic devices, and keep a close watch to your camera and mobile phone. In case of burglary, go to the police station and declare what happened and what has been stolen in a BO, Boletim de Ocorrência. Now that you have more information about Brazil, relax and enjoy your trip. It is indeed a wonderful country.